So Chloe, today we're diving into a pretty interesting approach to puppy sales, Best Puppies. They're really shaking up the traditional model, especially when it comes to how puppies are raised and matched with families.
Yeah, I was struck by how much they emphasize the emotional side of the process. They compare bringing a puppy home to welcoming a newborn baby. That's not something you hear every day in this industry.
Exactly, and it's not just a marketing line. They actually start the experience with photos of the puppies while they're still with their breeders. So families build that connection before meeting the puppy in person.
Right, and that's a big contrast to the usual pet store or commercial breeder setup, where puppies are often kept in cages or stressful environments. Here, the puppies stay in their breeder's home until they're adopted.
That's a crucial point. Puppies raised in a home environment tend to be healthier and better socialized. The document really highlights how stressful it is for puppies kept in stores, overhandled, left alone overnight, which can lead to weak immune systems and behavioral issues.
Yeah, and that stress factor is often overlooked. It's not just about physical health, but also emotional well-being. Puppies that grow up in a calm, loving environment are less likely to develop anxiety or aggression later on.
And Best Puppies backs this up with a 5-year free vet package, which is pretty rare. It shows they're confident in the health of their puppies, and it's a strong endorsement from veterinarians.
Vet-backed, that's an important term here. It means that licensed vets actually support and endorse their breeding practices, which isn't something you see with every breeder or pet store.
Definitely. And it's interesting how they contrast themselves with the typical store-bought puppies, which often come with hidden health problems due to neglect or poor conditions.
Plus, the legal context is worth noting. Many states have banned in-store dog sales to combat these issues. Best Puppies points out that crossing state lines to buy puppies often just means paying more for the same problems in a different location.
That's a good warning. It's tempting for buyers to look for deals elsewhere, but it can backfire. The company's approach is more about transparency and trust, rather than quick sales.
Speaking of trust, their pricing strategy is also notable. They claim to offer substantially lower prices without any bait-and-switch tactics or price gouging.
Yeah, and that's built on over 25 years of relationships with families and vets. That kind of longevity in this industry is rare and speaks to their reputation.
I also liked how they use their YouTube channel as a form of social proof. Real families, real deliveries, and heartfelt testimonials, showing the entire process from start to finish.
That's a smart move in today's digital age. It gives prospective buyers a transparent look at what to expect, which builds confidence.
So Liam, what do you think is the biggest takeaway here for experts listening in?
For me, it's how Best Puppies integrates ethical breeding with a customer-centric, emotionally intelligent sales process. They're addressing common pitfalls, stress-induced health problems, unethical sales tactics, and regulatory challenges, all while building long-term trust.
I agree, and the newborn baby analogy really helps frame the emotional journey, not just the transaction. It's a useful mental model for understanding why this approach resonates with families.
Plus, the vet backing and health guarantees set a high standard. It's a model that could really influence how the industry evolves.
Absolutely. And the legal aspect, highlighting the bans on in-store sales, reminds us that this isn't just about business ethics, but also consumer protection and animal welfare.
So, to sum up, Best Puppies offers more than just a puppy. They provide peace of mind, health assurance, and an emotionally rewarding experience that starts well before the puppy arrives home.
Yeah, it's a benchmark for ethical and customer-focused practices in the pet sales world. Something for both breeders and buyers to consider seriously.
Well said. It's a reminder that how puppies are bred and sold really matters, not just for the animals, but for the families who bring them home.
Exactly. And hopefully more companies will follow this kind of model, putting health, ethics, and emotional connection front and center.
Agreed. That's a wrap for today's episode. Thanks for diving into this with me.
Thanks, Liam. Looking forward to the next one.